Deuteronomy Chapter 31. And Moses proceeded to speak these words to all Israel. He said to them, I am now 120 years old, and I am no longer able to lead you out and bring you in. The Lord has said to me, You shall not cross the Jordan. The Lord your God will cross over before you. He will destroy these nations before you, and you shall dispossess them. Joshua is the one who will cross over before you, just as the Lord has spoken. The Lord will deal with them just as he did with Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, and their land, when he destroyed them. The Lord will give them over to you, and you must do to them exactly as I have commanded you. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Then Moses called Joshua and said to him in the sight of all Israel, Be strong and courageous, for you will go with this people into the land that the Lord swore to their ancestors to give them, and you will enable them to inherit it. The Lord is the one who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Do not fear or be discouraged. Moses wrote down this law and gave it to the priests, the descendants of Levi, who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and to all the elders of Israel. Then Moses commanded them, saying, At the end of every 7 years, in the year of debt cancellation during the Feast of Tabernacles, when all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God at the place he will choose, you are to read this law before all Israel in their hearing. Gather the people, men, women, children, and foreigners within your gates, so that they may hear and learn to fear the Lord your God and follow carefully all the words of this law. Then their children who do not know will hear and learn to fear the Lord your God as long as you live in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess. And the Lord said to Moses, The time is approaching for you to die. Call Joshua and present yourselves at the tent of meeting so that I may commission him. So Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves at the tent of meeting. Then the Lord appeared in the tent in a pillar of cloud, and the cloud stood over the entrance to the tent. And the Lord said to Moses, You are about to rest with your fathers, and these people will soon prostitute themselves with the foreign gods of the land they are entering. They will forsake me and break the covenant I have made with them. On that day my anger will burn against them, and I will forsake them and hide my face from them. They will be consumed, and many disasters and troubles will befall them, so that they will say on that day, Have not these disasters come upon us because our God is not among us? And I will surely hide my face on that day because of all their wickedness in turning to other gods. So now, write down this song and teach it to the Israelites. Have them recite it, so that it may be a witness for me against them. When I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, the land I promised on oath to their ancestors, and when they eat their fill and thrive, they will turn to other gods and worship them, rejecting me and breaking my covenant. And when many disasters and calamities come upon them, this song will testify against them, because it will not be forgotten by their descendants. I know what they are disposed to do, even before I bring them into the land I promised them on oath. So Moses wrote down this song that day and taught it to the Israelites. And the Lord commanded Joshua son of Nun, Be strong and courageous, for you will bring the Israelites into the land I swore to give them, and I will be with you. After Moses finished writing the words of this law in a book, Moses commanded the Levites who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, Take this book of the law and place it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, so that it may remain there as a witness against you. For I know how rebellious and stiff-necked you are. If you have been rebellious against the Lord while I am still alive with you, how much more will you rebel after my death? Gather to me all the elders of your tribes and your officials, so that I can speak these words in their hearing and call the heavens and the earth to witness against them. For I know that after my death you will become completely corrupt and turn from the path I have commanded you. In the days to come, disaster will befall you because you will do evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger by the work of your hands. Then Moses recited the words of this song from start to finish in the hearing of the whole assembly of Israel.